once we know what we love doing, once we know what produces that timelessness, that incredible experience of just time passing and being completely immersed in something and not even recognizing the passing of time, not everyone can then turn around and go off and do that as their full-time job. You know, we do have responsibilities in our lives that very often prevent us from doing whatever we want to do with our lives. And that's real and that's practical, and it's dishonest for me to sit here and pretend otherwise. It's like that lie we tell kids: you can do anything you want. You know, I don't want to be presenting the adult version of that. The reality is you do have to pay your bills. The reality is you may have a family to support. The reality is you may know exactly what it is you could do or would do if you could do anything, but you're not able to because of the responsibilities you have towards other people. But you can take baby steps towards it. You can do some piece of it. You can do it for a couple of hours a week. And maybe that's enough to feed that part of your soul that needs that. But the thing that stops us, the thing that holds us back, the obstacle, the challenge, fear. It's always fear. It's always fear. It's always been fear. It'll always be fear. You know, you read the Bible, most common phrase that appears in the Bible: be not afraid. Do not be afraid. Most common thing Jesus said: do not be afraid. You know, the most common thing Jesus said wasn't love everybody. You know, the most common thing Jesus said wasn't any of 1,000 other things that people would say if you asked them on the street. Well, what do you think the most common thing Jesus said was? You know? Most people come up with, oh, love other people how you want to be loved, or, you know, those kinds of things. But no. Most common thing he said was, don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And are you ready to face your fears? If you're not ready to face your fears, are you at least ready to pray an honest prayer and to come to God and say, you know what, God, I'm not ready to face my fears yet. So give me whatever you need to give me so that I can at least be ready to face my fears. Because right now I don't even feel ready to face my fears. Or I don't even feel ready to think about what my fears are or might be. But we've all got them. We're afraid. We're afraid of losing things. We're afraid things won't work out the way we want them to or hope they will. We're afraid of failing. And sometimes we're afraid of succeeding. But over and over again, God's message to humanity: do not be afraid. What are you afraid of? And when did you last ask God to liberate you from that fear? When did you last beg God? Not pray, beg. When did you last come to God and beg God, liberate me from this fear, God?
Did you know that 71% of the people that watch Matthew Kelly's videos are not subscribers? That makes no sense. We need to change that. Subscribe today. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on those notifications so you never miss out on another great video ever again.